Hi. How are you? Happy Friday. How was your week? How has been your work? How is your family? How is your church family? How is your work wife? How is your work husband? Are you ready for the weekend? Are you ready to recharge? Are you ready to have some time with the kids, to do some holiday? And today I learned something. There's something I read, and it said leadership is about being at the front when things are not right, and then being at the back when things are moving well. So I read it, and I'm like, it was by Mazen Monroe. And yes, Mazen. He used to be the CEO for MTN Uganda. And it took me aback, and I was like, okay, how many of us do this? How many of us go to the back when things are right, and let our teams shine? And how many of us come to the front when things are not right, and we're in the trenches with the team? I have a recent experience with my team. We had there's something I had to do with my team on site, on the decoration site. So usually I work with majorly boys and young men actually, not boys. I work with young men because of the nature of our work. Then the ladies, we come and we do the final touches when the boys have finished putting up the tent, they finished draping it, they've put the chandeliers, and then we come and do the finishing touches anyway. So when we were there, the site was really cold. And so what I did is I had carried a flask of tea, I'd carried some eats for us to have as a work family. So when we finished taking our tea, it was I think at about midnight, it started raining. So I told the guys, you know what, you can't continue working when it's raining. Let's all sit in this tent. And when it stops raining, then we shall continue with our work. So we sat in the tent, and the young men were having now a conversation, jesting around each other, laughing. It was really a lively environment to see. And I was like, okay, wow, this is nice. And in that process, one of the boys came and told me, Madam, I want to speak to you. And I'm like, oh, okay, come, because I was with my partner, Michelle. So I was like, okay, come. So he came, and then he was like, okay, I need to give you your flowers. You and Madame Michelle, I need to give you flowers. I was like, okay, why? He's like, I have done sites with other people. I have worked with other people, but usually the bosses don't sit with us while we are working. They give us the instructions, they go, and then they come back in the evening. And I told him, usually I want to feel the pain of my team. I want to see what my team goes through. I want to see how best I can make the work environment easier for all of us. Because tomorrow you might not be with me, you might have your own business, but for me it's just more than a job. First of all, apart from my team, I also want my brides, and my bride especially, because the wedding day is for the bride. I want my bride to feel special, to know that they actually had a personal touch from me and Michelle. I always want the brides to come in and say, wow, this is well done. Because there's that, I know some might say it's micromanaging, but for me it was a lesson. First of all, for the guy to come and tell us he hasn't had the boss sit with them in those harsh weathers. There was a car. We could have gone to the car to rest and sleep, but we decided, no, let's sit with these guys, because we would look weird going to the car to sleep and leaving them here. Anyway, let me not digress. So we sat, we had the conversation with this young man, and today as I was seated, after reading Mazen's his post saying leadership is about being at the front when things are not right, and being at the back when things are right. And I thought, wow, how many of us as leaders actually do this? How many of us leave our teams to shine? How many of us give our teams their props, their flowers, the kudos from our supervisors, the kudos from the MDs, the kudos from customers? How many of us take this time and say, oh, guys, I was with so and so, and this is what they said about the team's work. I am so proud of you. Well done. It might not seem like it is a lot, but that can boost the morale. So my takeaway from this whole experience was like, let us learn to lead from a point of service. Don't lead with you in mind. Lead with the people you're going to lead in mind, and ensure that you live their lives impacted, because you're creating, it's like a relay. The way you treat is the way they will treat, and it keeps going on. So let's be kind, let's be nice, let's be empathetic. Guys, let's be empathetic. People are going through so much. We need to actually learn to listen, learn to empathize, and learn to be nice people. I wish you a blessed weekend. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.